Alright, we are ready to meet the Queen. Oh, are we going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we're going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. Yep. Well, let's show the gatekeeper our invitations then. Ugh, I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Unless you have official business here, you need the... Hey. Hi there. We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You're still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant! See? Right here. Written invitation. Handed over invitation. Let's see. To Zin and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you are cordially invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay. You guys were in the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So is that you? Huh, you got it. We would greatly appreciate your help. Make sense? The head maid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Ah, well that's a pity. No matter, please go on in. Now entering Zin and Company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate. Wow! It's like the Hakken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle. I bet it's more solid too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impregnable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The castle has been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections amongst the nobles. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Well, the difference between that and this, now with Colonel Richard, is that Colonel Richard has already, infiltrated the castle. He is deep in there. And because he's inviting all of the, the important political figures and, all the influential people in the country, to the dinner party, if he has his, little coup right then and there during the party, everybody's gonna be held hostage, right? You either bow down or you, something bad happens to you, right? I don't know. But it seems like he also has, something else going on with, Lawrence. Something we don't know about. Anyways. Or so the stories say. Wow, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now, welcome to Her Majesty's Grand Salle Castle. Go right on in. You'll be met by a welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening. I would hate to be a maid at this place. Look at all the crap you have to clean. Whoa. You can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Grand Salle Castle. You're Zin and his team, correct? Oh, it's her again. I don't like her. Ugh, Captain Amalthea. This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right, we come at the invitation of the good Duke. And, you are? Pardon me. I am Captain Canone Amalthea of the Intelligence Division, head of Grand Salle Castle's defense. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. That's not what she said before. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. You're too kind, really. And may I say, I didn't know they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work. My, but you are the flatterer. But I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Estelle and Joshua Bright. It's been some time since the incident in Zeiss, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Don't like her face. I do not like her face. I'm afraid not. We left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Grancel. We never even heard the follow-up report on it. I see. That's truly a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score. What the heck's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now we must show you to your rooms. Shay, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am, I understand. Very good. Now, everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. Bye. Now that is one fine woman. Zin, you have bad taste. Such bad taste. I hate to say this, Zin, but your taste in women is crap. I like how Estelle and I are so often on the same wavelength. It's just funny to me. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. What? He liked Julia, too. And, like, Julia's, okay. She's cool. I just tend to find that women like that turn out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers, so to speak. You're hopeless. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor! Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to our room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I am Shay, a maid here at the castle. I will be at your service this evening, from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us the room then? Certainly, it's on the second floor. Such opulence and wealth. Oh, wow! Get a load of that chandelier. Talk about classy. It's even bigger than the one in Maybelle's house. Hush, Estelle. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh, no. It's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? We will need to be speaking to this head maid. Please and thank you. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please, go on in. Okay. Pardon us. I like how they give us a room with 3 beds. I think Olivier was supposed to maybe sleep on the floor. Holy Stragas! I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice! This will make a good story for later. I believe there is still some time before the party. You are free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Please don't be another stealth mission. That last one, really just tired me out. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly, the royal keep where the Queen resides. It is a small palace of sorts, built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace? That sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Grand Cell from during the birthday festivities. So you cannot go into the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the royal guard room, and also the treasury, I believe. Oh, we want to go in there. I'm sure there's some good stuff in the royal treasury. I'm sure, right? The royal guard room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrorist stuff. Yes. The intelligence division is currently occupying it. Entrance is restricted, so please abide by the rules. Understood. By the way, what are the others who were invited doing? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms. Alright. So Mayor Claus is here too. Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. Now then. Estelle and Joshua exchanged a look that went unnoticed by Zin. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because Zin seems to be pretty good about this sort of thing. He notices a lot of things. Hey Zin, we want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit. We'll be back in time for the party. Huh, it must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem, have fun. Me, I'm going to kick back and relax in this oh-so-luxurious room. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us that we have to talk to the head maid, Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees, too. We likely know most of them. Alright, cool. This place is very pretty. Not as pretty as Rouen, but I do like the colors. The sort of like silver, and then the periwinkle, you know, blues. It's very pretty. But Rouen was very, very pretty. Like, way prettier. Just saying. I'm so hungry. Usually by this time I'm already in some bar, stuffing my face. Isn't our food ready yet? I'm literally salivating thinking about this full course dinner. It still bugs me about Olivier. Not that there's anything I could have done for him. I mean, fought Mueller for Olivier's hand. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Oh, no map. Okay, well, let's do the rooms in this hall. Hey, Mayor Claus and the Dean. Ah, Joshua, Estelle, you made it. It's been quite a while. Dean Collins? You were invited to the banquet as well, sir. I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. A little mayoral birdie told me you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Thank you. I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in Liberal. It's only fitting he be given a seat at this banquet. A man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state. Wow, sounds big. So all of those guys, have been invited here tonight too? No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill, and General Morgan is away on official military business. And Mayor Dalmore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair. And Professor Russell. He is a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Dunnan stands on all of these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I would like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia's the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere. But I'm told she's come to the capital as of a few days ago. She's here then. I'd really love to meet her. I'm sure you'll have a chance. Honestly, why would we be holding a banquet now, under these circumstances? I can't fathom why the Duke would allow this. It's in poor taste, at the least. I mean, that's his entire life, right? Poor taste. Oh yes, were you able to meet with Chloe? I'd heard you made some kind of promise to meet at the capital, but I wasn't sure if you'd actually done so. No, even the guild has yet to hear from her. But she should be at the capital by now, no? She should be. Still though, it bothers me. She probably just dropped by to check on the orphanage before setting off for the capital, but even so. It does bother me that no one's heard from Chloe yet. She probably just dropped by to check on the orphanage before setting off for the capital, but even so. Yep. Colonel Richard has her captured. Maybe he plans on using her as leverage to get Julia to reveal herself. Since she seemed very protective of Chloe. Maybelle. Mayor Maybelle? And Lila. Joshua, Estelle. Ah, here at last. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you were invited here too, Mayor. Hey, wait, you were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Claus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I would have canceled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but that would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry, I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at a banquet, what with everything else going on. What is Duke Dunnan thinking? That captain was so stubborn about inviting me too. I had no real choice but to accept. Do you mean Captain Amalthea? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye while she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean you haven't heard any word from the Hawking Gate? The General is unavailable. Unavailable is the longest message I've been able to wring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures, or what have you. I had hoped he'd be in attendance at this banquet tonight, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away. What do you think about all of this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this? Well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. Wow, Maybelle. He's letting this position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right. But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef here is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Bose post-haste. Duke Dunnan is such a nuisance. When the Duke came to Bose before, he acted like a spoiled child. I received so many complaints from the citizens he angered. I see it. My mistress has been looking forward to seeing you again. Please come visit her in Bose again sometime soon. I would love to. Let's do that. It's a date. Alright, so those are all the rooms here. Let's go through this door. Okay, this is some sort of library, maybe? Looks like. What are those people at the Intelligence Division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. Alright. Cool. Oh, we can come in here. No? Can't sit? No? Darn. Alright, anybody in here we can talk to? No, the answer is no. Alright, to the right. Okay, more rooms. It's, Murdoch, right? Estelle, Joshua. Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. With mayoral class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. I must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Grancel Castle. Cassius's kids to the bone you are. It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Leiston Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run too. Army hasn't found him yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. They could escape outside Liberal, right? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't know, go into Erebonia to catch one fugitive? or I guess 2 fugitives. I asked Captain Amalthea if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry, because we've totally got that covered. We will get the professor's message to Her Majesty one way or another. The Intelligence Division has eyes everywhere. We'll have to be more subtle in our movements. Yep, sure. We probably already went in there and I just don't remember. Huh. I mean, there's like treats and stuff, I think, on this table. I would think that there was somebody in this room, but apparently not. Oh, there was a staircase there. Oh, hey, this is cool. It's like a little cafe. This is a place to talk. Please, come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Okay, well, no menu, I guess. Rude. We're only expected to talk here, not to actually drink. Although they do have drinks on the table. You can't touch them, though. Can't touch them. Was there a staircase in the other hallway? It probably led to the same place, right? Yeah. Oh wow, check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace. I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here, and it overlooks the town, too. Must be great for reconnaissance. As nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. We've got a job to do. Indeed. But let's check things out anyway. This is cool. Oh, that's so pretty. Although there's these weird areas with grass or moss or something on the ground. Kinda weird. Oh, look. This is probably where the queen stands, right? When she waves and greets the people. That's cool. Anything on this side? No. Interesting. Alright. Oh! This must be the royal keep. Who are you? Hey, you two. We're here as guests of the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you've got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. Does Princess Claudia sleep here as well? No, it's just... Hey. The princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you. Rude. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Madame. We didn't know you were back already. The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the maid quarters. And who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of a bracer's social standing would ever be invited here. Rude! A bracer's social standing? Such discourtesy. You would insult those who are personally invited to the royal castle. No, that's not what... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Understood. Wow, she's intense. I wonder who she is. Maybe she's the head maid that we're looking for? But madame, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the Colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeat it to me. I am terribly sorry, sir and madame. Security has been heightened, and as such, the royal keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? Oh, alright. That's fine. We'll do as you ask. I apologize. We weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then. Just don't let it happen again. Gah. She's just glaring at them. Safe return to you. I apologize that you were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. Yes, we found her. Okay, Julia sent us. We have a message for you. I am the head maid of Gransell Castle, and I oversee all of the housekeeping duties. Aha! We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted? Someone told us about you. Handed Julia's letter to Hilda. Should we be doing this right in front of the intelligence guys? I know this handwriting. You see? We also have our bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If now is not a good time, we can try later, but... No, it's not an issue. But those special ops men have had the royal keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the Professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face-to-face. There are just too many particulars we don't know that we'd really need to discuss directly. Like what Duke Dunnan and Colonel Richard are after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? Secret entrance! There's a secret entrance. I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome! Understood, we'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll be serving shortly. My gosh, I get dog. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. The pre-cooking is done, so we will be starting the banquet shortly. Please wait in your room. We will call you when the time comes. Thank you, thank you. This goes out into the hall, so where does this go? Oh, hey. We'll be ready for dinner very, very soon. I'm very sorry for the wait. Yes, you look like you're preparing for it very well in front of the mirror. Okay. Where haven't we gone? Oh. The main course is complete. Once dinner is ready, we'll make sure everyone knows, and until then, your patience is greatly appreciated. The head chef is a real pro, specializing in imperial cuisine. Over 1,000 dishes of it, in fact. He's simply amazing. Alright, so we came to the royal keep to eat imperial cuisine? Cool, makes sense. The rat problem around here is starting to get out of control. Dude, I hope you mean Dunnan and the special ops guys and not actual rats, because, you know, I can't stand rats either, so this really sucks for me. Where are all these rats coming from? I don't want to know, dude. I don't want to know. Wait. These stairs. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Entrance is firmly sealed. Alright. Don't know where that goes. Oh, this is like their storage, like their pantry. I thought it was gonna be something cool, like some sort of secret entrance, you know? Oh, hey dude. This is a restricted area. Super suspicious individuals can and will be arrested on the spot, so watch yourselves. This is a restricted area. Alright. So maybe this is a secret entrance, like, or something, to some place that we're not allowed to go. Maybe. Alright. That was cool. May I help you? I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm very busy right now preparing for the banquet. You are rude. Rude. This is just between you and me, but... He has enough servants, but he keeps trying to convince Mistress Hilda to hire on more. To no good end either, I'm sure. Weird. Okay. I just passed Duke Dunnan in the hall a moment ago. I hate how he just stares at people menacingly. It's so rude. I agree, it is rude. You know why all these guests are really here? Because the Duke got bored, that's why. That man makes so much work for me, I swear. sense, honestly. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, that was the middle. We came out of there already. Hello. This is the Intelligence Division's office. Authorized personnel only. Keep your distance, unless you're keen on getting arrested. Rude. I mean, we're best friends with Colonel Richard. The castle gate is currently sealed to help ensure security. Please, feel free to walk around the castle for the time being. I'm sorry for any inconvenience, but nothing can be done. Well, that's the first one any of them said please or I'm sorry. With so few people, we can't possibly finish all this work. All the other officials were sent away on vacation by the Duke and forcibly removed from the castle. Alright. This is the administrative room. This is where most of the actual ruling of the Liberal takes place. With Her Majesty ill, we're taking orders from, the Duke. Good luck. Good luck. Okay, well, it looks like we've spoken to everybody. And gone everywhere. Probably. So let's go back to our room. Get this dinner party started. Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know. Well, it hasn't started yet, has it? Sorry. We got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all of the mayors. Huh? Well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends with the mayor of Berlin. Plus, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Ah, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers. Huh, yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? Right. For a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Grancel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Yeah, it could be. Ugh, I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roulette. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay, makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvard. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Cassius? Her master? Yeah, probably Dad. Please, pardon me. The table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, wanna go and eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates then? Plenty of knives and forks, though. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners? And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in when in liberal, do as liberalians do policy. I am not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. Ha, you flatter me. Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think he's more being polite than a lech, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Probably on a bender. Indeed. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for? Colonel Richard. Indeed. Perhaps it is intended for Princess Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. presenting His Grace the Duke. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, Commanding Officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. I wonder if this is like their announcement to like all the heads of like all the important political figures, plus, you know, the people that the Duke just was bored with, used to alleviate his boredom and be like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna name myself successor to the Queen, you know? Why doesn't Amalthea get a seat? You've gotta be kidding. We're having dinner with him? We are best friends, Estelle. We are best friends with him, with Colonel Richard. I suspected this might happen, but it's still unnerving. Okay, but seriously, why doesn't Amalthea get to eat? And Philip? Excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Maybell? What do you think of Grancel Castle's master chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Anarose restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. You are not the first to say such things. And what of you, Zin? Wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberalian cuisine, though. Good, good, I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers? I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us, Estelle. Oh, Estelle. Seriously, her and Olivia, we just need to put tapes over their mouths. Indeed, it is a genuine treat, this idiot. He's gonna realize, like, in the next slide. Huh? Yep. Joshua, it's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Ruan incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant, and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Ah yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I'm your next king. Deal with it. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. If you don't like it, we'll put you in jail. An announcement? And what might that be? Huh. I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Oh, did they brainwash her? Are they going to brainwash her and then have her announce the Duke as her successor? And that way, Colonel Richard can use the Duke as his puppet and take over the kingdom. Ah, that's excellent news. Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Huh, well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right, if that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunnan. What? Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity. Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take His Grace at his word? No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first, to help stave off any chaos on public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Yes, that is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. Good thing Olivier didn't come. This is the world in which we are going to be living, because him and Estelle together, and their big mouths, no. Richard wants to avoid an international incident. Olivier doesn't care. This is the world in which we are going to be living. He makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator, even without brainwashing. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebration. But you thought it would be best to inform us first so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? Well, no doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say, I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such a responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. Oh my. I understand. If that happens, then we'll have two major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zin? I don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't seem like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing, particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now? That is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess Liberal's military and Bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say. Yeah, sure. That is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild then. Which makes me wonder, Zin, is your allegiance to the guild? Or is it to Calvard? Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was. I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. But really, what a shame. That food was so amazing, and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what that last flavor was, though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air. You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to go take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You've got to be kidding. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. Yeah, you'd have to jump off the castle walls. They're not letting you out of here. Alright, so we'll end things here and pick back up next time. See what secret passage Hilda has uncovered for us.